thank you for tuning in to MLB Life Lessons. Listen, I'm delighted that you continue to support this particular segment of our ministry as we begin to share just simple, real practical nuggets of life with you. Today I want to talk about living in the big picture. Have you ever thought about your life in the big picture, not in the details, but the big picture? Have you begun to see yourself really at the end of the destination, at the end of your journey, your destiny? You know, big picture thinking is really important when it comes to your own life because you will always be motivated by your outcome. You'll always be seeing yourself at the finish line. You'll always know that whatever struggle you're currently involved in, that it won't last because you have sold your life and you've sold yourself on the big picture. Too many people are so narrow-minded, small thinkers, and if you're really going to do life well, you're going to have to get around people who think big, who think larger than their current moment, who think outside of their present situation, and who can navigate beyond their crisis. There's nothing worse than having someone shut down their life at the moment of a crisis because they have not sold themselves on the big picture idea, the big thinking idea. So what are your big thoughts? What are your big thoughts about life? What is it that you have always dreamed that you will do, that you will accomplish no matter what? You know, that sort of gut fortitude inside of yourself, just down in the inside. My grandmother used to call knowing in your knower. You know, in your knower, that piece of you that will never ever be convinced that where you are is where you will stay. I hope that you will begin to frame a very big picture of your life. And if you haven't done it, let me speak to some of you who've already had some life experience. You've already had some miles on your tires, so to speak. Let me share with you that your life doesn't stop at your breakdown. Your life doesn't stop at your stall. It is simply a stall, it's a breakdown, but it is not the end of your life. So I pray that you will really begin to re-energize yourself and sell yourself again on the big idea, the thinking big about your life, advancing powerfully into that outcome, that end game that you've always knew. You always believed that you would get there. So I want you to start now. Well, how do you start? You start by re-examining and recasting your life vision. Recast it and see yourself in it. I know sometimes it sounds corny. It sounds like a whole lot of psychobabble, but it really isn't. Do you realize that conceptualization or visualization is really important, that you have to see yourself in it? It's a biblical principle. The Bible says that in the book of Deuteronomy that Moses went up to Mount Pisgah, and the text says he saw all of the promised land. In that mindset, and I think I've shared this with you, that the Jewish mindset was that they owned everything they saw. So Moses at that point saw more of the promised land than Israel at that point had conquered. Your vision for your life must be so much further than your actuality, so you'll never get discouraged. So if you're discouraged today, I want you to close your eyes and think about your vision. Think about your outcome. Where you are is not where you're going to wind up. This may be your stalled place, your stuck place, your frustrated place, but it is definitely not your promised place. I hope that you will continue to rally your life to do great things. I'm Matthew Brown. This has been MLB Life Lessons. I'm so delighted that you've joined us. Make sure that you like us on our like page on Facebook. Join us on Twitter, on YouTube. We want to be a part of your life as we continue to share these nuggets. We'll see you soon.